Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to our November 4th, 2024 Little Rock City Board of Directors meeting. We'd like to welcome those that are in attendance as well as those watching at home or streaming online. Madam Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Director Miller. Director Richardson. Director Peck. Here. Director Hines. Director Lewis. Here. Director Ryrick. Director Compures. Director Phillips. Present. Director Adcock. Vice Mayor Webb. Here. Mayor Scott.
Present. Now, want to recognize City Director Andrea Lewis to do the invocation. That's fine. Now, you know you're the missionary, so trust it.
That you be with all of us as we make these decisions and do what's right for the city and follow your will. Lord, please pray for our nation and allow your will to be done. These things I ask in your son, Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the consent agenda.
A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into agreement with the Little Rock Convention and Visitors Bureau for the continued management of the Little Rock River Market for a 12-month period beginning January 1, 2025, and for other purposes. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Commercial Air in an amount not to exceed $159,154.22, plus applicable taxes and fees for the purchase of one 20-ton RTU air conditioning unit to be installed at the Fleet Services Fire Shop and for other purposes. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with LEG Enterprises Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $509,897.18 for Kirk and Rawling Road signal and for other purposes, funding from the limited tax general obligation capital improvement bonds. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Escamilla Excavating LLC in an amount not to exceed $412,573.20 for F Street reconstruction project and for other purposes, funding from the limited tax general obligation capital improvement bonds. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Positive Results Lawn Services Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $135,066.60 for the West 57th Street Drainage Improvement Project and for other purposes, funding from the limited tax general obligation capital improvement bonds. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Positive Results Lawn Services Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $88,980 for the Cherrywood Court Drainage Improvement Project and for other purposes, funding from the limited tax general obligation capital improvement bonds. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Insight Public Sector SLED Center to renew LRPD's flock subscription in an amount not to exceed $284,500 plus applicable taxes and fees and for other purposes. A resolution to authorize the mayor to enter into a contract with TS Land LLC for the purchase of approximately 5 acres of land for use by the Little Rock Port Authority and for other purposes. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into an intergovernmental police services agreement with the United States Department of Veteran Affairs, Central Arkansas Veterans Health Care System, and for other purposes. A resolution to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Commercial Air in an amount not to exceed $162,000 plus applicable taxes and fees for the purchase of one 50-ton Carrier air conditioning unit to be installed at the Stevens Community Center and for other purposes, funding from the American Rescue Plan Act. A resolution to extend the Heights Temporary Entertainment District for 3 days, November 10th, 2024, November 21st, 2024, and December 19th, 2024, and for other purposes. That concludes the consent agenda.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it. We'll now go into citizens' communication. Mr. Brian Norwood.
Good evening. You people, as usual, just remain constantly out of control. It still hasn't dawned upon you that, number one, you're employees. You serve at the privilege of the citizens of Little Rock. Number two, your abuse of that privilege, it deems you unsuitable and requires you to resign. Look at this person overeating while I'm talking. See, that's disrespectful. That's something you learn when you're in kindergarten. Y'all something else. And with that said, you're very loose with this idea that as long as you deem something an emergency, you can do anything you want about it. You can deem anything an emergency, and you can do anything you want about it. I saw a brand new mentally ill homeless guy today walking down Main Street talking to himself. Is that an emergency? I haven't seen you deem that an emergency. You people are irresponsible. You have violated your oath, and you really need to consider a resignation and leave with some dignity, or check yourself and improve your behavior.
Miss Donna Collin or Colin? Mr.? Miss, I'm sorry. Just trying to get is it Donna or?
Donna Cologne is my client's name.
Okay, gotcha.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jay Coleman. I do represent Ms. Cologne, and we have a complaint. In 2005, my client, she went and got a certificate of appropriateness from the city of Little Rock. And at the time that she got the certificate, there was no expiration date on it, meaning that she could have executed the agreement at any time. However, she has attempted to put up a fence in order to develop that property, which is in MacArthur Park and on Commerce Street. His MacArthur Park Historic District, excuse me. She's tried to put up a fence in order to get the area prepared in order for her to develop the property. And at that time, she was told that she could not do so being due to her certificate of appropriateness expiring. However, the issue is when she got the certificate, there was no expiration date. And Ms. Cologne has had the same address for several years. The city did not send her any notice letting her know that the certificate would expire because there was a new policy put in place giving those expiration dates. And so, as stated, her certificate does not have a expiration date. And so we ask that she be allowed to move forward on her property based on the agreement that she entered into in 2005 with the city.
Thank you so much. Mr. Jordan, if you'll get with them. All right, seeing no other questions, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You still got a few seconds.
Oh, okay. Mayor,
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Cologne.
this is the COA certificate, I'm sorry. The certificate of appropriateness has existed with the MacArthur Historic District for 18 years. I've been dealing with them recently in the attempt to try to build. They have allowed the person next door to get permits in which they just throw trash all over the place. So the putting up the fence was in the hopes that I could stop this from constantly occurring. The person behind me put in a pool, dumped stuff all over the property. And each and every time I'm responsible for that and for any damages that is incurred by anyone who is crossing this property.
And I would like to add also that Ms. Cologne has hired crews based off of the certificate that she has. She's hired crews in order to work on her property, and she's paid these people, but the work had been stopped by the city, so she's out of thousands of dollars based on the agreement that she knew that she had being breached by the city.
Thank you. Mr. Jordan will be able to sit. There may be a city issue and a commission issue, but Mr. Jordan will be able to work it out with you all. He's right there.
He has said he wouldn't do it.
He's right there. He'll work with you. Mr. Jordan, you'll get with him. All right, Madam Clerk, if you would, please read item number 12.
An ordinance to condemn the property located at 5003 Asher Avenue, Little Rock, Arkansas as a structure, fire, and health hazard, to provide for summary abatement procedures, to direct city staffs to take such action as is necessary to raise and remove said structure, to declare an emergency, and for other purposes. First reading.
We suspend the rules and place on second reading.
There's a motion. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to condemn the property located at 5003 Asher Avenue, Little Rock, Arkansas as a structure, fire, and health hazard, to provide for summary abatement procedures, to direct city staff to take such action as is necessary to raise and remove said structures, to declare an emergency. Second reading.
We suspend the rules and place on third and final reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading.
An ordinance to condemn the property located at 5003 Asher Avenue, Little Rock, Arkansas as a structural, fire, and health hazard, to provide for summary abatement procedures, to direct city staff to take such action as is necessary to raise and remove said structures, to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
Members of the city board, we've had 3 readings. We do have an applicant card from Mr. Brian Norwood. Mr. Sadler, if you, just because we know Mr. Norwood, he stepped outside, can you see if he wants to speak? Before we move on to a vote, we'll make sure we show that grace.
Oh, it's my time again?
Yes, sir. We want to make sure we didn't want to vote without you getting a chance to speak.
Is this on item 12?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. In addition to you people being out of control, you have city employees. You're allowing bigots to run roughshod over the rights of citizens. And I know this from personal experience. Since 2021, the city has had me in court about a property on Asher Avenue. I had to pay thousands of dollars for an attorney. I continue to maintain the property. It's the best looking vacant building on Asher Avenue. Best looking, best maintained building on Asher Avenue. But Charles Givens, Chuck Givens, Jamie Collins, whatever the heck his name is, and Randy Baldwin have been harassing me for the last 3 years. And you all know it, because you all were CC'd on the emails. This same building right here. And what you've allowed these 2 bigots that you pay 2 times a month to do is to stop the demolition of that building and the construction of 2 brand new buildings. One to house a restaurant, very nice restaurant, open outdoor air for seating area, facilities, and 2 dance fitness studios. You've allowed 2 bigots to harass a citizen, violate his rights, and deny the citizens of that area 2 brand new, very nice, very well needed services. Think about that. And when I ask you something, your city attorney said, don't talk to him, because he's a troublemaker. I got all the emails. I even got the FOIA. I even got the denial of the FOIAs. But finally, this November 2023, the court dismissed the case. Dismissed the case without even completing it. No conviction, no sentence on that case. Denied the right to appeal. And they put the red tag on my building. And since that red tag on the building's been broken in 4 times. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment stolen after that red tag went up. So you people, you need to do a better job at monitoring the bigots on your payroll. And I'm not here to ask you not to raise this building. I'm not here to ask you to do that, because I'm not here to beg you for anything. Do what you want to do. But I guarantee you, you will be paying me. You're going to be paying me for what you've been doing to me for the last 3 years, and you go in and tear that building down, you're going to be paying me for that old building, and you're going to be paying me for my new buildings.
Members of the board, we've had 3 readings and listened to comments. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would.
There's an emergency clause on that.
Thank you so much. There's an emergency calls for item 12. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read item.
Oh,
We haven't gotten to it.
We haven't read it yet.
Madam Clerk, if you would, please read item 13.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 29 of the Little Rock, Arkansas Rev Code 1988, Stormwater Management and Drainage, to add a new Article 7 entitled Industrial Stormwater Discharge Monitoring Program to declare an emergency and for other purposes. First reading.
There's a motion. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 29 of the Little Rock, Arkansas Rev Code 1988, Stormwater Management and Drainage, to add a new Article 7 entitled Industrial Stormwater Discharge Monitoring Program to declare an emergency. Second reading.
Suspend the rules and place on third and final reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 29 of the Little Rock, Arkansas Rev Code 1988, Stormwater Management and Drainage, to add a new Article 7 entitled Industrial Stormwater Discharge Monitoring Program to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
Members of the board, we've had 3 readings. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Are there any questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. We also have an emergency clause. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read item number 14.
A resolution to require a policy for the placement of banners on City Hall, including the property surrounding City Hall, be promulgated and approved by the mayor and members of the board of directors to declare essentially a 3-month moratorium on the placement of any such signage on City Hall while the policy is being developed and for other purposes.
All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Here's a resolution, so we don't have to do a motion in a second on the resolution.
Somebody has to
Okay.
request.
Motion?
Mayor,
All right, well, that's fine.
that's why I was making the motion to.
That's
adopt
fine.
the
I'm
resolution.
agreeing with you. That's right. Second, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, first, open up a hearing for item number 15. Madam Clerk, if you would please read the item.
An ordinance to establish and lay off the City of Little Rock, the property owners multipurpose improvement district number 2024-001 of Little Rock, Arkansas, the Grove Old Oak Special Improvement District, to declare an emergency and for other purposes. First reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on second reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have a second reading.
An ordinance to establish and lay off the City of Little Rock, the property owners multipurpose improvement district number 2024-001 of Little Rock, Arkansas, the Grove Old Oak Special Improvement District, to declare an emergency. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on third and final reading.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading.
An ordinance to establish and lay off the City of Little Rock, the property owners multipurpose improvement district number 2024-001 of Little Rock, Arkansas, the Grove Old Oak Special Improvement District, to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
Are there any people to speak for or against? For or against? For or against? I'll now close this public hearing. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. There's also an emergency clause. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read, open up the public hearing for item number 16. Madam Clerk, would you please read that item?
An ordinance to establish and lay out the City of Little Rock, the property owner's multi-purpose improvement district number 2024-002 of Little Rock, Arkansas, Teton Valley, to declare an emergency and for other purposes. First reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on second reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, second reading.
An ordinance to establish and lay out the City of Little Rock, the property owner's multi-purpose improvement district number 2024-002 of Little Rock, Arkansas, Teton Valley, to declare an emergency. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on third and final reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Well, now, is there any, those for or against? Those for or against? We'll now close the hearing. All those in
Oh,
favor?
we only read it twice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to get us, apologize.
That's okay.
I know, yeah, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I know there's a board member who wants to get out early, so I'm gonna make sure we do that.
Okay. An ordinance to establish and lay out the City of Little Rock, the property owner's multi-purpose improvement district number 2024-002 of Little Rock, Arkansas, Teton Valley, to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
We've now had 3 readings. Is there anybody to speak for or against? For or against, we'll now close the hearing. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. There's an emergency clause. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam, opening the final hearing for item number 17. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read that item.
An ordinance to establish and lay out the City of Little Rock, the property owner's multi-purpose improvement district number 2024-003 of Little Rock, Arkansas, Teton Valley Recreational District, to declare an emergency and for other purposes. First reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on second reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to establish and lay off the City of Little Rock, the property owner's multi-purpose improvement district number 2024-003 of Little Rock, Arkansas, Teton Valley Recreational District, to declare an emergency. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place on third reading.
There's a motion and second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading.
An ordinance to establish and lay out the City of Little Rock, the property owner's multi-purpose improvement district number 2024-003 of Little Rock, Arkansas, Teton Valley Recreational District, to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
Members of the board, we've had 3 readings. We've had 3 readings. Are there anybody to speak for or against? For or against, we'll now close the hearing. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. I am. Ayes have it. There's also an emergency clause. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading. I used to do it back in the day. Yes, I had. Stop lying. Oh, Lord. I'm glad you ain't on microphone. Oh, man. Thank you. Members of the board, I believe that's all of our business. Any questions or comments before we have a motion to adjourn? There's a motion.
Second.
A second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.